Hey everybody, so today is the long-awaited addressing my plastic surgeries that I've had and or have not had. So this video, I'm going to have the full thing on my Instagram and on my YouTube. So if you're viewing this on TikTok, it's only going to be like 3 minutes long. I'm assuming it's going to be longer than that. I will insert pictures, and I want to start off by talking about the things that I get accused of having plastic surgery for that I have not had plastic surgery for. And then I want to go into actual plastic surgery. So before I even begin, I want to make it clear that I totally support anybody getting any kind of plastic surgery done. Whether or not I've gotten it done, it doesn't matter. I support it, and I think it's really great that we live in a time where if we don't like something about ourselves, we can fix it. So I think that's really cool. And I've definitely talked about this before on my YouTube channel, but I feel like I still to this day get told oh, you had this done or you had this done, and I have to be like, okay, no, I didn't. I would be, there's no reason for me to lie about it. I fully support it. I think it's great. Yeah. So anyway, so my nose is a big one. Now, if you've been here recently, you know that my nose is a huge issue for me because it's super crooked. And so when people accuse me of having a nose job, it's really funny to me. A lot of people think that I've had a nose job because when I was younger, my nose was wider, but that's because when I lose weight and gain weight, that happens to be a place where I lose and gain weight. And this is kind of like a hereditary thing. It happens to other people in my family too. I literally thought my nose was broken for the longest time. And then I recently saw on my aunt who just passed away, I went on her Instagram and I saw that there was a picture of my nanny, my grandma, before her nose job. And it looks exactly like my nose. So, and that's my current day nose. Basically, I never had a nose job. If I had a nose job and this is the nose that I ended up with, where it's crooked here, and you can clearly tell I have a deviated septum, that would be a botched nose job. I didn't get one of those. Yeah, so that never happened. So the next one is I am constantly accused of having breast implants. I happened to develop at it I don't know, maybe the 8th grade I started developing, or 7th grade. And I feel like that was kind of young. And I've been insecure about my chest ever since. And so for years I would never show off my chest. And then in my 20s, I was going to bars and I was yeah, I'm showing off my chest. And then I kind of got, reeled back in. And I never wanted breast implants. I have a very large chest. I always wanted a breast reduction because I always admired, when you see fashion runway models and they have no chest. I think that that's such an attractive look. I think it's because I've been so insecure about my own chest for so long. And I'm yeah, when women don't have a chest, I'm that's awesome. I love that. I wish I could wear low cut things, and I wish I could wear stuff like that. And I've always been not able to wear stuff like that. And then for a long part of my 30s, I would start wearing turtlenecks, scarves, just anything to cover up as much of my body as possible. And then one day I was on TikTok, and it was this whole thing where people were stitching videos of basically breast reduction nightmares. And that's the last thing I needed to see in my life. And this one woman, I wish I still had her thing. I don't know what her thing was, but she basically said that she got a breast reduction, and when she took the bandage off, when it was time to take the bandage off, her nipple came off with it. And that was it for me. I was I'm never getting my chest work done. I'm never getting a reduction. I'm never doing anything like that, because that would be my luck. And even if it wasn't, I would freak myself out so much that would be me, that I would just be terrified. I couldn't do it. I could not do that. So that was the moment that I was you know what? These are my boobs, and they are large, and I'm going to embrace them. And I literally started changing the outfits that I wore immediately. I went from wearing exclusively turtlenecks and scarves to cover this area to literally low cut dresses and just being whatever. And then I remember I posted one picture of me on social media of a low cut dress. Obviously I had my pixie cut at this time, and somebody said you look like a boy with no boobs. And I was wow, that's the greatest comment I ever got, because my boobs have been hindering me for my entire life. And anybody who has a large chest knows this. And I know it probably sounds oh, it's poor you. But it's annoying when you have them, and if you know what I'm talking about, they're just there. They're just my boobs. And so I never got anything done with my boobs. However, I was 100% thinking about it for a very long time. I totally, again, support. I don't want anybody to take a clip of this video and be she's telling me that I shouldn't have got my boobs done or my nose done. No, you do you. That's not what I'm trying to say. I admire people who are like willing to do that. I'm very, very, very afraid. I mean, I got literally, forgot which one it was, one of my ear piercings, and I was screaming in like Claire's that I hate needles. And it's like, it's not even a needle, it's like an earring gun. And I was like, I hate needles. I'm very afraid of stuff like that. So again, more power to you if that's something that you want to do. No judgment here. So when I was younger, I definitely talked about this in a video. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I'll be right back. So when I was younger, it was my dad's birthday and we were waiting for our family friends to come over, and my sister and I were playing tag in the house, and there was a blanket draped on the bed, and my foot got caught in it because there was like a rip in it. My foot got caught in it, and I went head first into the corner of a shoe rack. I've definitely talked about this before. I got hit right here. So they wound up like flying a plastic surgeon in. I remember she came in with like a brief, this is the way I envision it. I don't know if it's like I made her out to like to be the superhero in my head because like she fixed my face. But like she came in like with like this briefcase, and like I feel like she like came in like a private jet. Like that probably didn't happen, but that was just like my younger self imagining this. And yeah, I got stitches in my face, and she was a plastic surgeon. So that is the only plastic surgery that I've ever had in my life. And I know I've talked about this before, and I know that I'm going to get accused that this was clickbait, but I want to be open and honest about any plastic surgery that I've had, and that's that. I got like 13 stitches, and I think that's about it. So sorry that I never have like good gossip. I think it's because I'm like very like transparent about stuff. So like if there was plastic surgery that I've had, I would have like told you guys already. And like since that's like it, I know I've talked about it. So set the rumors, put the rumors aside. You can keep saying that I had my boobs done. Doesn't make it true. And you can keep saying I had my nose done, and it doesn't make it true. I do want to say working out and embracing my body has helped me out tremendously with like my whole chest situation. Yeah, I feel so different about it. And I'm like, yeah, like, why was I hiding these? Why was I insecure about this? Like, it's so crazy when you're just like, okay, this is what it is. I know for myself, I'm not going to get a surgery. So I have to make the best out of this. And that's what I did. So I hope you guys like this video. Again, in case anybody tries to send this to anybody and say like that I'm talking shit about plastic surgery, I am not. I support it 100%. I think whatever you want to do to help yourself feel better, I think that that is fantastic. I think it's great that we live in a time where you can get plastic surgery, or you can get the help that you need, whether or not that's, you know, plastic surgery or whatever it is. Good for you. I think it's amazing. Okay, so final notes, if you guys are still here, I just want to say, I think that if we want to live in a world that is more compassionate and understanding and accepting and maybe even empathetic, if we truly want to live in that world, I think it starts with being understanding, compassionate, and loving to ourselves. And so that's something that's taken me a while to get to that place. And when I tell you, it's so good to be there. Worry about yourself, and don't worry about what other people think, and don't occupy yourself with what other people are doing. It's none of your damn business. It's none of your business. If I told you in this video that I got my boobs done, would that have made a difference in your life? It wouldn't have. So there you go. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.